Wednesday, say hi to the camera. Paul has his dog. This is my dog. This is little Wednesday. Hi, Wednesday. She's a pug and beagle mix. Huh? Oh, shit. What's up, y'all? Chow style. Another video here for you. So in this video, I kind of want to talk about one of my favorite tools when it comes to editing that has made my life fucking easier. And that is my Rocket Nith mouse, right? So I kind of want to talk about that and like show you how I work with it and whatnot. And if you're an editor or starting out with editing or whatever the fuck, if you want to like try to improve your workflow and speed things up a bit, definitely one thing you'll learn when it comes to editing is that macro seconds, they add up. So that moment where you're like, you know, fucking looking for like the button to like, you know, switch to whatever tool, whatever, if you're able to like skip that part by pushing one button instantly, you know, like, it adds up a lot. So it used to take me almost like 8 to 10 hours to edit. Now it takes me almost 5. You know, I tried to like edit, you know, faster than that. And like what's cool is that I'm not, you know, skipping anything in the sense of quality. I'm still doing the same shit, the transitions, the cuts, you know, music and all that good stuff. However, because I'm able to, you know, edit faster, I'm able to have more time to do other things, whether it's making sure the color is right or adding better music or, you know, stuff like that. Or if there was like some visuals that, you know, I need to add like a little, you know, pictures or something like on the side, you know, just any, or VFX or whatever. And then I have more time to do that because it just, you know, I save a lot of time on the editing side of things, right? Oh yeah. The other main thing that I use is my fucking coffee mug. This thing's like always with me. Yeah. Alright. Fuck this mouse pad. Anyways. Yeah, I just, whatever mouse pad I'm able to get for free is like whatever, I don't give a shit. Now, I did pause video on this product about, I don't remember, 2 years ago? I don't know, I have a link in the description, but I was editing this video, I was trying to get ideas, because like, before I had like the regular mouse, which is, you know, has the 2 buttons here and like the mouse scroller wheel, and that's it, right? However, I was saying about being modular and all this stuff, and you can pretty much assign any keys to the side buttons here, and I was like, you know, I started getting ideas because this is before I started to like mess around with any macros or whatever. Also, I was kind of like not certain about like changing the shortcut layout on my keyboard. I wasn't, you know, too confident with that because as is, you know, since when you started to like edit, you know, it's already a lot to like memorize what are the shortcuts, right? So if I was to like change my layout, then I was kind of like, you know, fuck me up a bit because I was like, okay, what's what, you know? But yeah, don't be scared to mess around with the shortcuts on your keyboard. Trust me, I still, you know, have to like look up what my shortcuts are because I forget. But like just with anything, you know, memory is like a muscle. The more you work on it, you'll increase your memory. So the more you do something, obviously you remember, you know, what your shortcuts are. So yeah, customize your shortcuts to whatever. So anyways, I already made a video about keyboards and how I have this layout. So you know, I'm not gonna go over that again, but I'm gonna go over how I changed my shortcuts to accommodate my Rocket Nith. Now, the cool thing is, if you don't want this layout, you know, you don't have to use it all. But obviously, I want to maximize my my mouse as much as possible, so I have every single macro that I'm able to assign here. Right? It's a total of 12. And the thing I love about this mouse is you push this button up here, and then automatically this switches over to another additional like 12 macros you can use, right? Now, probably that's one thing I complain about. I don't like about this mouse is pretty much when you hold this button, it does kind of get weird to like, you know, use these buttons up here. You know, like it gets uncomfortable. Also, if I was to hold this button up here, I'm able to like use the scroll for like another function. But I mean, who the fuck does that? And you know, it's so odd. Same thing with the fins here. You know, I do have something assigned for the fins here, but if I was to push the shift button up here, you know, then it turns into something else, but it's kind of fucking weird to use. Something I would like to see is basically if I was to like create like a hotkey that I can hold down, and that'll pretty much like also switch over to like the new buttons that are assigned to these additional 12 buttons, right? So I don't know. That'd be cool if you're able to do that. So I'm not going to go into too much detail on like what I have set up here because obviously, I mean, what's the point? I mean, if you were to use this tool or if you have like a similar mouse, then, you know, it's whatever works for you. But probably like the main tools that I use are pretty much the zoom, the scroll speed, in and out points, cut tools, you know, select, delete, and undo, and all that, right? When I have the shift key down, it switches over to like multicam features to jump between camera 1 to camera 2 and camera 3. Also like slicing and deleting and whatnot. So it's a lot of stuff that, you know, like I said, there's really no point in me going over, right? But the thing that I would suggest if you were to use like a mouse like this is simply, say for like the selection tool, right? I got it set down to here. By default, I think on the keyboard, the selection tool for Premiere Pro is V, right? But see, in this case, I have it for the Shift, Control, Alt, and plus the stupid little fucking thing, whatever it's called. I can't remember right now. But the thing is that, like I'm saying, instead of like, since by pushing all this button, I'm basically pushing 4 buttons at the same time. What that does is pretty much it like clears up my keyboard, right? So that way, like I can have like the V set up for something else. Like I said, I mainly use my left hand to like move around the timeline and to make ripple cuts and all this stuff, right? That's mainly what I use my left hand for, just to like navigate around the timeline. So all the tools, I mainly moved it over to my Rocket Nith, and like I said, just to clear up the keyboard, I assigned each macro key here as some weird like combination of keys for one feature. So for my in and out points, it'll be Control Shift Alt I. For my out selection, my out point selection, will be Control Shift Alt O, and so on, right? Because I mean, it's obvious these combinations of keys I'm never gonna use, so I figured I put it on my macros here, and just like I said, it clears up my keyboard big time. Now I do have some like Shift, Control, Alt combinations, but like they're mainly near my left hand, so from Q, A, and Z to W, S, and X, right? There's no real point of like having Control, Shift, Alt, P if I can't reach it, right? If I do use that combination, it goes on my macro Nith here. So yeah, as you can see here, some of my macros I got going. It's very clean layout. I do love it. You can start recording here. Then like you go to your macros, Premiere Pro, and you can select whatever macro it was that you just created, right? Yeah, sorry, I'm not going to go into too much detail because, I mean, like I said, for the most part, I just kind of like want to say why I like this keyboard. I mean, this mouse, it's not that I'm promoting it or anything like that. Pretty much is the overall idea of having a mouse that has this functionality that I'm talking about. You can look into this mouse more. I'm sure there's plenty of fucking videos about this thing. But, I mean, if you have a gaming mouse that, maybe doesn't have this amount of keys, but, I mean, it does have the functionality where you can assign macros to it. If you're editing, you can definitely try it out, It'll save you a lot of time, big time. So I do encourage you to try out a mouse similar to this, right? I actually take this with me when I go with pod to like Vegas, and also I take it with me when I go to Taipei. This thing does not leave me. If I go somewhere to edit, this shit comes with me. Obviously, I threw it in my backpack. It's sturdy, I don't have to worry about it. It's very comfortable. It feels clean, Obviously, you got to maintenance it because I don't know if you're able to see it with my shitty camera phone, but like the keys are kind of like getting all crusty and shit. But that's because I'm always using it all the fucking time, right? So it's a good tool. I definitely love it. So yeah. So I'm looking at the price right now on Amazon, and they go for like $120, right? But if you have a Prime account, it could be like $72 roughly. So $70 to $100, around that price range. So yeah, the mouse is kind of pricey, but like I said, it does save me a lot of time. So yeah, aside from like the only complaint that I have is pretty much like it can be uncomfortable when I hold down like the shift button and then try to reach for like the macro keys, right? So if there was like a command key that I can press instead of holding down the shift button, that'd be cool. But besides that, it's cool. It has built-in memory, so like if you were to take this mouse with you, like you just hook it up and download the software, and pretty much you're ready to go. So it's already built in there, right? So it's cool. I do like this mouse a lot. So that's it for this video. I'll definitely be showing more of what my workstation is like, and yeah, so more videos to come in this nature. So take care, peace.